Late today, federal investigators said there was nothing wrong with the brakes on that Metro North commuter train that derailed in New York City Sunday morning, killing 4 passengers and injuring dozens of others. They said that the brakes had been tested before and during the train's run. Yet to be answered is why the train was going nearly 3 times the speed limit. It's coming down to the actions of the engineer. And Jeff Pegues, our transportation correspondent, has the latest. Jeff?
And Scott, in addition to that information about the brakes, the NTSB revealed late today that there was no sign that any of the crew members, including the engineer, had used alcohol. This is NTSB board member Earl Weiner earlier today.
Simply put, based on these data, there's no indication that the brake systems were not functioning properly.
Increasingly, the focus of the investigation appears to be human error. Sources say that William Rockefeller Jr., the engineer, told first responders on Sunday that before the train went off the tracks, he began to, quote, daze, thinking about nothing in particular, and that as the train derailed, he applied the emergency brakes. The NTSB said Rockefeller had switched from a night shift to a day shift 2 weeks before the crash. He reported to work on time on Sunday at 5:04 a.m.
There's every indication that he would have had time to get full restorative sleep.
Investigators are looking at his 15-year work history and reviewing the 72 hours leading up to the accident. But already conclusions are being drawn by some New York lawmakers. In a radio interview, Governor Andrew Cuomo said excessive speed was to blame.
There was no equipment failure, no track problem. And this is now a very serious situation. The operator has rights, but there's all sorts of liability questions.
Today, former MTA supervisor Michael McClendon, a friend of Rockefeller, came to the engineer's defense.
So to say safety was, something uncommon to him, it was everyday practices for him.
The governor of New York wants MTA employees to participate in a safety review. And Scott, the cleanup here at the scene has progressed to the point where one of the tracks will be back open tomorrow, ready for the morning commute.
Jeff Pegues at the crash site on the Harlem River. Jeff, thanks very much.